It's no wonder they call him the pride of Wales. Joe Calzaghe, super middleweight, light heavyweight world champion. He has never been defeated. What an athlete. Carl the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight multi-time world champion.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
And now for the official introductions. We turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the two-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Did you feel that energy? Did you hear that beat in the music? If anything's going to get you ready for a fight, it's that.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Oh, he caught him with an uppercut. They exchange punches. You don't want to trade shots. Pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Misses with the jab. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just when you thought you'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
That's a terrible game. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps work. You're much better. He's on your lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. You're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round.
Will appear. Good work there. The jabs are working.
Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Step around. I need you to focus on what
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Body shots in.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basic. Just get your rhythm back and then we go.
On to the second round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if you go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
You get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone. Make them tired, trip over their own feet. Get them angry.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Misses with the straight left. I'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round.
And your timing already, that right hand is beautiful. That's it, just start sticking a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work.
Back out there and win the round. Right, let's
Will appear. Good work there, the jab's working.
just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe while you step in.
Stay focused, don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. That was a terrible round, that is.
Bell rings and we start the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. So much for boxing. This is a fight. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nope, that hook won't score. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Nope, that hook won't score. Well done with that. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. this round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Jab basics, get your rhythm back, and we go again.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
On, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and put it back on him this week.
Good one. Just stay focused. Don't let
Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back.
I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. But
Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost.
he's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. And he'll start to learn it.
Here we go to the fourth round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice counter shot. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? He misses with that straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Okay, I'm happy. Like that one. The jab's working now. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great one.
Let's get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him back into this.
He's shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Look,
Find your jab basics. Just get your rhythm back and then we go again.
just the same again. Don't change too much yet.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
And now you've let him get back in.
Jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down. No, you can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Just misses with that jab. careful not to punch himself out. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one's dare do anything out of turn.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there. Let's reset.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about it.
Out there and win this next round. You got complacent. The fight's not over yet. You got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him.
Get your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
That's it. This round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab.
Great. Good work. He was thinking.
Him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Be smart. And
We're looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. Take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nobody home with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Nope, that hook won't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Get back behind your jab basics. Just get your rhythm back.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear and he'll start tying it.
Just get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him get back into it. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to...
On the end of his jab. Get your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
First minute, stick him on the end of the jab, and then start gathering your...
Pair it up a little bit so he can't figure out. Great. Just stay focused.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Shot If he's hurt, he's ready to go. But you've got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and...
Round 7, here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Tried to score with that hook but missed. Nice counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Missed him with that uppercut. Second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Calzaghe in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Okay, well, let him back into the fight again. That's his
Good work there, Calzaghe.
He was close to this fight, and now you let him back into it. Now,
Right, stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's out.
take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks.
Have you got confidence? You've got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out.
You had everything in the bag, now you've let him back into it. I need you to go.
You're getting your time in already. That right hand is beautiful. That's it.
Get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
You was lost? Don't worry about it. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching up. I need you to switch back on.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are honest, fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Can't land that jab. Misses with the jab. He through the hook, didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Give him any free shots. Keep smart. Come on, do you want to win this fight?
I need you to focus on what you do.
Here. Good work there. The jabs are working
Bet on this kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your chest.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely...
Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off.
He's smart. Otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there.
That was a terrible round, that is. Come on, you've let him back in the fight. You're much better than this guy.
Loading up and you're still landing your power shots. Good work.
Back together and go out there and put it back on him this round.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Stay focused.
And get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. I need you to go back out.
And we enter the ninth. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
His stamina is off the charts. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Holding nuts despite what the judges' scorecards read. There are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Mind on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and remember what you do.
Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab basics. Get your rhythm back. Then we go again.
He was thinking, he was smart, he weren't loading up, but he was still running it.
Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round.
Think about the defense and remember what you do. Good work.
So just you're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on.
I said, start just sticking a few body shots on.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely strong.
It's round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
That jab won't score. The jab doesn't quite connect. Missing with the hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to... And one of the all-time greats, Froch, goes down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
I've got to see that again.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Great work, Steve.
Yeah, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
And again, don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's good.
He was close to this fight, and now he's letting back into it. Now, it's a tough...
Don't give him any free shots. Keep smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You were loading up. And you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget
With that confidence, stop him in his tracks. Have you got complacent?
you do. Good work. Just get him on the end of the...
Everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it. I need you to full
That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so it
You're better than this kid. Go back out there.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
straight down the middle. Can't miss it.
Right, let's go out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just get to it.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to punch him. He's got to bluff him.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Just missing with the uppercut. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Incredible work rate. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Misses with the straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Focus back. Get that shout back.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one.
Keep smart. working nice. There's 1-2 straight up.
Don't worry about it. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round. We don't care. Go out there and win this next round.
Come on. But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Together, listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take
See it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Good work.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you.
Shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Just the same again.
There's the bell for round 12. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
That uppercut misses. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His stamina is off the charts. You see all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous. You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no